Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Business Meets Fitness podcast with your host, Lauren Tickner. And today I am coming at you with a solo episode because last weekend I spoke at Bodypower. It was awesome. It was amazing. Bodypower Expo is the biggest fitness expo in the UK and one of the biggest expos in the world. And they asked me to speak there about building a personal brand in the fitness industry, which was amazing. And it was just such an exciting experience. I put some of it on my YouTube channel, so make sure to go check that out after you've listened to this episode. I've left the link in the show notes for this podcast episode. I thought rather than uploading one of the interviews that I've done recently, and I've done interviews with some very exciting people such as Brett Contreras, who is formerly known as the Glute Guy. Anyway, rather than uploading one of them this week, I thought it'd be a nice idea just to break down what I spoke about at Bodypower, because I know tons of people are interested in building a personal brand in the fitness industry. And so I thought, why not talk about that? Because I've done this myself. I've built my personal brand up to over 100,000 followers, and I've managed to quit my job at a FTSE 250 company and drop out of the UK's #1 business course, all thanks to the fact that I've built on my personal brand and been able to just turn it into a full-time business. So basically, I'm just going to start and get into the 5 steps to building a personal brand in the fitness industry with step 1. But before step 1, I would like to just say, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be the #1 best person at that thing. Imposter syndrome can be an absolute bitch, and it can make you want to stop, and excuse my French, by the way, but it can make you want to stop and it can make you not want to continue. But here's the thing, I got bullied when I first started. You just can't let other people stop you. You have to just ride with it and do your thing. So if you've already started building your personal brand, this is still going to be valuable for you. It's going to help you level it up. And if you haven't started building your personal brand up, I'm hoping that this is just going to give you a good foundation in order to do so. And the reason why I'm telling you about this, and the reason why Bodypower invited me to speak at Bodypower about this, is because I have an online course called Impact Through Influence, which is a personal branding course. It teaches you how to build your personal brand. And funnily enough, just a couple of days ago, I got a message from a girl called Tara Hall, who sent me a message saying, Lauren, I haven't even completed your course yet, and I just had my first 5K month. So it means that she earned 5K within the month of May, and it's been the first time that she's ever done that, and it's all thanks to the course and thanks to the things that she has been learning in the course, because she's now monetizing her personal brand. So that's super exciting, and this is just the beginning. It's really cool the things that your personal brand can do for you nowadays. But you're smart and you already know that. That's why you're listening to this podcast episode today. So I just thought I'd just give a little bit of a background around that. And by the way, if you're wanting to build a personal brand in the fitness industry and skyrocket your online fitness business, I have a free email training for this, so make sure to subscribe to that. And also make sure in the emails it says, do you want to subscribe to all marketing emails from me? Make sure to click yes, because this is just some new data protection thing that you need to sign up to. Otherwise, you won't get all the free tips, tricks, and freebies that I send out. So make sure to opt into all that stuff, and make sure to actually open the emails you get from me, because if you don't open them, then you're not going to be able to implement the things that I'm teaching. So let's get into step 1. So step 1 is, before step 1, again, sorry, but I need to give a bit of background here. You already have a personal brand, and your personal brand is just you. It's your authentic self. And so now it's time to actually learn how you can build that personal brand into a reputable name and become top of mind in your niche within the fitness industry. So that's step 1, is knowing who you want to help. You need to have a niche. You need to know who your ideal client is, because you can't aim if you don't have a target. So that means you don't know what type of content to post if you don't know who you're trying to talk to. And I think this is a really important point. A lot of people think, I'm in the fitness industry, I should just post all the generic fitness information that's going to help everyone. But that's not gonna be what gets you to stand out. You want to be a big fish in a small pond. So at the beginning of this podcast episode, I mentioned Brett Contreras. He's become known as the Glute Guy. So he picked his particular niche of helping women, or men in general as well, or helping just people in general build their glutes. He picked that, and now he's become top of mind for that. If he was trying to help absolutely everybody do shoulders, quads, hammies, glutes, biceps, everything, he would never have become the best at that one thing. And they do say jack of all trades, master of none. And it's so true. Now you may think, but I don't want to turn some people off. But the thing is, when you focus on your people and you don't worry about turning some people off, then your people will find you and your people will feel like you're reading their mind. And this means that your people will get a deep level of trust with you, and that you'll be able to truly help them. The same thing also goes if you're really knowing who you're speaking to. And by the way, I'm about to give you an exercise in order to figure out who you want to be speaking to if you don't know already. But if you're able to know who you're speaking to, then you can make sure that you know the most information about that particular topic. For example, like I just mentioned, if Brett was to then go try learn everything, he wouldn't be able to become a master at that one thing, and he wouldn't be able to serve everybody to the best degree as possible because he wouldn't be able to learn all the information. So there's that. So anyway, now it comes down to, okay, how do I figure out who it is that I'm going to be trying to help? And you just want to think of yourself 3 to 4 years ago. So who were you back then? For me, I know that firstly, I lost weight in a really unhealthy way. So that was why when I first started out in the fitness industry, I wanted to prevent other people from doing the same thing. I wanted to help people become physically and mentally strong. That's why I created the hashtag strength feed, which now has over 125,000 posts under it, which is amazing. But I created this community because I remember myself 3 to 4 years ago, and because I've been there, I can truly help these people. So a few other ways to think about your niche is like knowing their age, knowing their gender, knowing their pain points, their goals, their motivations, their hobbies, and also you need to know your interests and your expertise. Because if you're interested in it, and if it's your level of expertise already, perhaps because you've already been through it, then you're going to be able to serve these people better. So I think that people often in the fitness industry, like I mentioned already, they don't get crystal clear with who it is that they want to help. So you need to know that, you need to figure that out for yourself. Think about their age, think about their gender, their pain points, what are they struggling with, what are their goals, why are they motivated, what are their hobbies outside the gym, all these things are absolutely critical. So step 2 is educate yourself, like I just mentioned, because in the fitness industry it is your duty to provide the most accurate information. And in the long term, if you want to build a personal brand in the fitness industry, I'm not going to lie, I think it's critical for you to have a personal training qualification. So if you want me to recommend to you the personal training provider that I used in order to get my personal training level 2 and 3, then send me an email. I've left my email in the show notes because I can recommend it to you. But similarly, mental health is equally as important as physical health. You need to remember that you need to remain open-minded, and you need to be just constantly educating yourself. Now, you're obviously doing that right now when it comes to building your business, which is great, but then you also need to constantly educate yourself on the topics within your niche. So I recommend listening to evidence-based podcasts. For example, I've had all these people who own the podcast on my episodes. Everyone that I've ever interviewed is an evidence-based training and nutrition type person. So obviously, listening to this podcast is great. Every Thursday, I do a mass research review, and so if you haven't got mass, you need to get that. I've left a link to it in the show notes as well, so that you can go to it directly. Oh, it's just so good, so valuable. And then definitely listen to the podcast that me and James upload every Thursday. It'll be great for you. So this is another reason, like I mentioned, why having a niche is critical, because it means that when you know your niche, you can just constantly remain on top of all the things that you need to know within your niche. Step 3 is mastering social media. Now, so Instagram alone isn't good enough anymore. You need to be consistent, posting every single day. I say this to people and they don't do it. They don't post to Instagram every day. What is that all about? Now, this merges into step 4, which is providing consistent value. You need to post every single day. And every time you post to social media, I want you to ask yourself, what value is this adding to my target audience? Because 9 out of 10 of your posts must add value. And then, 1 out of 10 can just be posts that are helping you build a deeper level of trust with your audience. For example, it can be, a personal post, a family post, post of you with your partner, or whatever. Now, when it comes to social media, you can, of course, batch content. I speak about this all the time on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram. So if you aren't already following my YouTube and my Instagram, make sure to do so. My Instagram is @LaurenTickner. So look, here's a 3-step strategy in order to helping you master social media. So I did just pretty much merge number 3 and 4, but whatever. So here is your 3-step strategy. So on social media, you need to reply to every comment, other than obviously the really spam bots. Don't reply to them, but all the other comments, reply to them. Step number 2 is make meaningful comments on other people's posts. Now, I want you to find 3 to 5 new people every day, and then also have a few people that you comment on frequently and just keep commenting on their posts every day. But these 3 to 5 new people every single day, and then maybe like 5 to 8 other people who you comment on every day pretty much. Just make the meaningful comments on their posts. Don't just comment nice ass or nice abs. Make a meaningful comment. Talk about what they spoke about in the caption. Comment on why you resonate with it and why you think it's a good point that they're making. If you make meaningful comments, then not only is this person whose post you're commenting on going to see that. For example, when people make meaningful comments on my post, like, I see these comments and I'm like, whoa, this person is awesome. They are really cool. I'm going to go check them out. I may even follow them. And the same thing goes, let's say you were making these meaningful comments on my post, then other people who read through my comments, and believe it or not, yes, people do that. I didn't realize people did that. Then I surveyed a few people, and it turns out a lot of people read through comments on other people's posts. So look, people are going to be reading through the comments on my post. They then see your comment and they see that you've left a big comment, and then they're more likely to go and check you out. Because if you're leaving a meaningful comment, not only will they think, oh wow, this person really knows their stuff, they're really engaged, they're then also going to think, okay, if I then go check out this person's post and then I go spam them with likes or something, then it's likely that they're obviously the type of person who's likely to comment, so they then may comment on my stuff. So it's basically just about being smart with it, figuring out whose posts are going to be good to comment on. I recommend making meaningful comments on people with all sorts of followers. So you might want to choose someone with over 100,000 followers, a few people with like 20 to 30k, and then a few people who have smaller posts, because the smaller accounts are more likely to reply to all the comments. Now, I always reply to every single comment, especially meaningful comments, but a lot of people who have a lot of followers don't necessarily do that. And then step 3 is send meaningful DMs to other people. So I would like you to pick one new person every single day whose post that you've been commenting on for a while and send them a meaningful DM. Perhaps there was a post that they had and you were like, oh, this was particularly valuable to me, I really liked it. By the way, I'm an expert in this. If you ever need any help with it, then send me a message or whatever. So just a meaningful comment. Make sure that you're offering them some sort of value. And then, like I mentioned before, when it comes to providing consistent value over time, you want to be posting once per day on Instagram and once per week on YouTube. You need to have a video content thing or an audio content now. So it could be one podcast a week or one YouTube video per week. It is critical for building a personal brand in the fitness industry. Seriously, if you're serious about this, you'll stop making the excuses and you'll stop saying that you're busy. You'll stop saying that you've got too many PT hours. You'll stop saying that no one's going to watch your YouTube videos, and you will just get on with it and do it. So anyway, also, when it comes to kind of providing this consistent value, your content needs to either educate, inspire, and then also entertain. Now, I spoke about this in an episode before, but this is so critical. Then step 5, it comes down to selling something, because when you sell something, it increases your perception of you as an expert. For example, if you're selling an ebook called The Ultimate Guide to Tracking Macros, then people are going to immediately think that you are an expert when it comes to tracking macros. Now, the reason why I give that example is because I sell an ebook called The Ultimate Guide to Tracking Macros, and it's full of so much value. It's pretty much like 100 pages long. It's insane how much value is in there. But that's because I wanted to be perceived as an expert. So you need to sell things that are obviously valuable. Now, it's critical to have something for yourself. And this brings me on to kind of my final point, which is don't sell yourself. Getting sponsored should not be your number one goal. Now, I'm considering doing a whole entire podcast episode on this. So if you would like me to do that, then please do let me know via making a comment on one of my Instagram posts or sharing it on your Instagram story. And I think that would be really cool. But anyway, you don't want to sell yourself out. If you're constantly doing sponsor posts, you're losing your personal brand. You're becoming an advertising channel for someone else's brand or multiple different brands. Brands. Now, it sounds all well and good, like getting 50 quid to make an Instagram post here and there. Yeah, that's cool. But in the long term, there's minimal money in this compared with selling your own products and services. Now, this is another reason why it's so critical to get your personal training qualifications, because if you're going to be selling ebooks and stuff, then you need to have your qualifications, in my personal opinion. And similarly, when it comes to doing sponsor posts, it's annoying for other people if you've got a sponsor whose post you're constantly posting. And I'm not going to lie, I'm just going to be upfront and honest with you here. If you're doing sponsor posts in return for free products, you are literally just, in my eyes, that's not a good way to go about things. I really think that's so critical, and I think I probably will do a whole entire episode on this. But look, you need to start building a personal brand in the fitness industry. You can turn this into a full-time career. I have done that, and that's why I'm now teaching other people to do the same. That's why Bodypower are now asking me to talk about it, because everyone sees how valuable it is. And look, if you don't start building your personal brand now and actually taking it seriously, you're just getting left behind, and you're the only one that's missing out. And I'm a true believer in, investing in yourself, investing in your future, because for example, I mentioned Tara Hall at the beginning. She invested £1,000 in my course, and she's earned 5 times that amount of money back in 1 month. Literally just 1 month. So how crazy is that? She never was earning this type of money before, and now just through investing £1,000, she's now earned £4,000 more than her initial investment within 30 days. So I think that speaks for itself. Similarly, I am going to be bringing out a course in 5 weeks time from when you're listening to this. So it's going to be coming out, and I believe it's around the 18th of June 2018, but it's going to be called Online Fitness Business School, and it's going to teach you how to build and scale an online fitness business. So this one's going to be good if you're wanting to do online fitness coaching, selling ebooks, all that type of stuff, and scaling that up. Whereas Impact Through Influence is going to be good if you're wanting to kind of become more of an influencer, to build that personal brand. But they do have a bit of overlap, so anybody who wants to perhaps do both courses gets a discount, of course. So anyway, that's that. Make sure to join that free email training. I've left a free email training for personal branding, and I've also left a free email training for building your online fitness business. So you can join both as well. So anyway, I hope that this has been valuable for you. We will be coming back with, on Thursday, there will be the maths review that James and I do together, and then on next Sunday I will be having an interview go up. So get excited, make sure to share on your Instagram story. I appreciate it whenever you do that. I will see you in the next episode.